Washington, D.C., with the Voice of America Jazz Hour. Jazz is made of many elements which came to this country from other cultures as people of other countries came to America. Jazz is many different ways of performing many different musics. Most recently, modern, rock, folk music, and electronic music. We see or hear this new fusion in the music the Mahavishnu Orchestra, Weather Report, Chick Corea and Return to Forever, the Herbie Hancock Group, and the group led by Michal Urbaniak of Poland. Michal Urbaniak, Poland. Michal Urbaniak, Poland. Michal Urbaniak, Poland.
Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Dzień dobry. Hey.
Dzień dobry.
Welcome, Irene Blackman. Welcome to our meeting. And here you are. Okay, Irene.
Hi.
Okay. Welcome, everybody. And let's go on and start the meeting. So, Irene, how did it all started with you? You became who you are.
It all started from birth. I had some really great parents. My father, Don Blackman, my mom, Louisa. My mother was actually a music teacher, believe it or not. She was a music teacher, and she was teaching in choirs at church and at school. And my dad was just a musician he was just one of the best musicians, I believe, that I've ever heard in my entire life. Don Blackman. In case any of you have heard of him, he performed in Poland with Michal a lot. He started in the group Great Parents, 29 with Lenny White, wrote the song Peanut Butter, Hobble Globble Tribbin, which is a crazy title, but it's a funky song. And he just started up in jazz. He was actually living next door to Charles McPherson and McCoy Tyner. And he grew up in the church, just started in church playing drums. And then his Uncle Benny bought him a Farfisa organ, and the rest was history. And, everything I learned from my parents. They taught me how to perform, taught me how to sing, taught me how to be confident in everything that I do. Because I don't care if people, so everybody has an opinion, but, when you're feeling the music, people will love you if you love yourself and you love the music enough. So, that's how I go by it. And my dad, if you know me, how he was just a big personality everywhere he went.
Well, you should talk a little bit about Jamaica, Queens, the neighborhood.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was, to me, he was like a mentor of most of the talents in Jamaica, Queens. Yeah,
absolutely.
Basically.
He mentored.
Marcus Miller, you name it.
Yeah, they called him the godfather of the cats in Jamaica, Queens, because Bernard Wright, he mentored Bernard. He had was Lenny White with him, Dennis Chambers,
Yeah.
Marcus Miller. Oh, there's so many people he worked with, and they loved him. They loved each other. He really was a major part in there because he just had so much influence. His style, not a lot of people ever heard it before, and the way he was performing and playing, and his ear, man, his ear was just so unbelievable. I definitely genius level. And anytime you asked him what it was, he would say, "It's a gift. It's a gift. I don't know where I got it from. It's a gift." And he knew he knew where he got it from. He always says God gave him the gift, but he was just so talented, man. And he had no problem sharing his love for music and playing with anybody. And that's what I love about my dad. And he don't care what genre of music, whether it was jazz, funk, rock, soul, punk, it doesn't matter. He played everything. He played everything. And he taught me to do the same. So I'm so blessed and fortunate. He mentored a lot of cats, myself included, my brother, everybody. Everybody. He was a cool cat. Even when he went to Poland, he mentored a few of you. So
Yes.
yeah.
We spent a lot of time together.
Oh yeah,
The
man.
road in Japan.
Oh,
States.
yeah, he told me a lot about Japan, man. I remember when I was a kid and he came back, he said, Rini, they have these TVs that sit on a wall. And I was like, I don't know what the flat screen TV is. What is this? And they had that 20 years ago, so he really was a major influence. He was into a lot of technology too, as you are, Michal. So he was into a lot of that stuff, creating a lot of things before his time. So yeah, he loved it. He loved it. And I loved him. A lot of people loved him, and he just was a very giving person, man. He'd give you the shirt off his back if he could, but he gave you knowledge and he gave you peace and comedy. Oh, this guy was so funny. And he was he was such a funny guy, man. And it's just the fact that you know, he just had no problem just being a giver and just sharing the knowledge that he had, man. And that's what I loved about him. And he taught me to not be selfish with the gift that he had. You have to put it out there.
Uh-huh.
You have to put the gift out there, especially in Jamaica, Queens. Growing up, I would see him play, seeing my dad playing with all these people. And at the time, at the time as a child, I didn't know how important he was to the movement of Jamaica, Queens until I got a little older and he started bringing me around like more studio sessions and more stuff like that. And I started to see, wow, my father is Don Blackman. I had to soak that in. Like, my father is Don Blackman. Like, he is this amazing guy,
It's not only Jamaica Queens, but to the U.S. music. I mean,
When he wrote Peanut Butter, and he was in Lenny's band, they traveled everywhere, all around the world. There was on American Bandstand, the Dinah Shore show. And I mean, I think they even had a few shows with Prince. And it was they toured a lot, and he influenced a lot of people, like the people you hear today, Jay-Z, The Roots, Memphis Bleak, so many people he influenced. Pharrell, these are people that look up to my dad. They look up to him because of his ear. And the album he put out, when he put out the Don Blackman album, even after putting out the songs prior that he wrote, Hobble Globble Trimming and Morning Sunrise, when he put out the Blackman album, it was something no one's ever heard before. He had this jazz funk type of mix that he was doing, and he always just was so cool with it. Like, the things he would play live, it was a feeling he had to feel. And he always said, if you're going to sing and it's wrong, you better sing loud and wrong, or either loud and strong. Like, he didn't care. As long as you sang it and you believed what you were talking about. It was like he just wanted everybody to have fun and have a good time. And I think that's what carried over into the music he was doing, just his genius and the lyrics that he wrote. I can't even, mind blown. So blessed, man. So blessed and grateful to have a father like I did. Truly.
I mean, I remember the touring. We couldn't
Mind if we keep this on?
wherever
So
we were.
this is Michal Urbaniak, the jazz man, and he's doing these sessions with.
Who is this?
Hello?
Hello.
Who's this?
Hi there.
Can't hear you anymore.
Okay. Anyway, we were laughing so much on the road that we couldn't hold it. We asked him, please stop, stop. And it was the same on stage. And
Yeah.
actually, since we talk about this, maybe I play a video of both
Yeah.
of you, a live video from
Oh, that'd be great.
Jazz. Hold on. I'm gonna share the screen.
Hi, Carolina. I remember you.
Hi, my dear. I was missing your smile and energy.
Oh, likewise, love. Likewise. I said it's been too long. I was like, I see you all the time. Don't worry. I follow you on Facebook and Instagram. So good to see you, love.
Can you see that?
Yep, I can't hear it though. Can you guys hear it and see it?
I can't hear the audio. I can see the video, but I can't hear the audio.
Okay. They can't hear it, Michal.
All right.
Well, as you can see, that's my dad. He's larger than life, and he's just.
It needs adjustment. I know where it is.
Maybe if you play it like that.
Oh, hold on. Okay. My echo. So now, what? Sharing. And now.
Can't hear it. Can you all hear? I can't hear it. No hearing.
I still can't hear it. Still.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't hear it.
I hear, yeah.
Oh, you hear it? Carolina, you hear it? Oh, okay. So I don't. The other can't hear it. Right, because you're on mute, maybe? I don't know. I can't hear anything myself.
Maybe they are unmuted.
Okay, hello.
I don't.
Yeah.
Because you're on mute, maybe? I don't know. I can't hear anything myself.
Maybe.
Now I hear it.
Still can't hear it.
Carolina, you hear it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I hear now. I can't hear anything myself.
Maybe.
Now I hear it. I hear now. Maybe now I hear it.
I said, my baby, she loves me.
I hear now.
1, 2, 3.
You gotta turn down the Facebook, Michal, so they could hear the.
Yeah.
Turn down the Facebook so they can hear.
Michael, I suppose that we hear at the same time YouTube and Facebook transmission. Michael, I suppose that we hear at the same time YouTube and Facebook transmission.
Yes. Hold on.
Michael, I suppose that
Yeah, I know.
YouTube and Facebook transmission.
Yes. And now.
Getting high on life. So you say you want to play So now the time is coming soon. We'll have to run away. Baby, now or never will be back another day. You in my heart, you are only from the sun. You own what I do, share with me. I love for you. You give me joy.
Oh, now we can't hear.
It's weird because when you share the screen, we can't hear the audio, but when you don't share screen, we can hear audio. Like,
Only.
yes, we can have only one thing, not two at the same time. Only one thing from this two.
Yeah. Now we can't hear. Oh, there we go. And then okay, we can't hear it, Michal. We can see it. Now we can hear.
So now you have a sound.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
As long as we can hear it, though.
Athletics, y'all. Check it out. We want to give Tonto the drummer some. Y'all get the drummer some? Are we going to give the drummer some? I said we want to give the drummer some. Give the drummer some. Take it, Tonto.
Okay.
That video never gets old to me ever. It never gets old. I remember that was actually in Lyon, France for Jazz VN. And it was, I'm not sure how many days long a festival. It had to be maybe like 10 days, 10, 11-day festival, and different bands every single day. You had Esperanza Spalding, Wynton Marsalis, Roy Ayers. We actually did a show with Roy Ayers when we were there. And I just remember us going into that. I think that was at the, it was Lyon. I just can't remember what club it was at. But we only played maybe like 10 minutes of a sound check. And then we had to go right on stage right after that. We rehearsed together, I think maybe one time. But my father had been with that. That's the band that he usually used when he was in London a lot. So it was nice, like, for me to meet everybody there and to vibe with them and, you know, just being on stage. I mean, even on stage, it's hard not to crack a smile or laugh with him on stage because he just makes you feel so comfortable, like you're at home. And you feel so confident and cool that you can do anything. When my dad was on stage, and like, that's just how he made, that's how I would hope every musician feels when they're on stage, the way he made us feel. Like, it was just that feeling of like, okay, Don's on stage, we all cool. It's going to be fun. We're going to laugh and laugh and laugh and have fun and play and laugh again. Like, that's just how it was. It was just a great time. I miss that. It's great. It was a great time on stage, man.
Okay, Irene, do you remember your first gig?
Oh man, how much time we got? I remember my first gig. Oh gosh. Okay, the first time my dad put me on stage, I had to be like 4, maybe 5. And he had me sing Lush Life. And I'll never forget how scared I was. I think I almost wet my pants. I was so scared because it's like, he's like, oh, my daughter, she can sing. Watch, she can sing this, she can sing the song. And he was just so excited. He was so excited. It was a jazz gig he was playing. I forgot who was on that gig. And he just said, yeah, come up here. And he sang. And after that, it was history. After that, it was like, okay, everywhere my dad went, he took me and my brother, and he would just randomly bring us up on stage. And he was like, experience is the best teacher, pretty much. Any recording session he had, he took us. He would try to put us on every session he could. I mean, we were just so grateful. And I didn't realize it until, you know, I got older, and we would always hanging out as I got older, how much influence and how he looked out for us in that sense. Like, he prepared us without knowing we were being prepared for life, to be on stage, to be recording at home, to be, you know, singing backgrounds, doing so many different things in this field. And we didn't know we were being prepared. It was just how we were raised. And then after that, he just took us on, we went to the city, the Blue Note. He took Kyle to the Jazz Cafe. I think Kyle had to be no more than 14. That was one of my brother's first real gigs with my dad. And he had, my father, a lot of people didn't know that he played drums, and he was a great, great drummer, one of the best, amazing drummer. So he had, in the Jazz Cafe, Kyle opened up with a Freddy Krueger mask on, and on with another mask. And they get on and they're playing, Kyle's playing guitar, my dad's playing drums, and they just go out there. So these are the type of experiences that he would just throw us into. And it was just, okay, it's now or never. You know, so my first gig was actually at 4 or 5, literally being on stage, singing a quick jazz song, and then running off being like, oh, I was so terrible. And him being like, no, you were great. You were great. It's great. But it was just the confidence that he gave to be like, okay, you can do this again and again and again and again until you feel, you know, great on stage. And after that, we started doing more gigs together in the studio. He did the music for this show on Nickelodeon called Gullah Gullah Island. And he actually had my brother and I in the studio, like singing the demo tracks and singing the theme song. And, you know, he was playing the music and bring us in the studio there and do commercials. So my first live gig was doing the jazz. And then from there was sessions, and then more live gigs with my dad, him throwing me on stage in different predicaments. And it helped me tremendously because it made me fear nothing. it made me just have no fear. Just go up there and play. Just grab, like you say in Urbanator days, grab your axe and play. That's exactly what he lived by. Like, just don't be afraid. They're gonna they love you. That's it. As long as you love yourself, you'll be okay. Go on stage. You'll be fine. That was my first time, and he's just the influence he had on me and introducing me to so many great people, man. So like you know, Otto, like Lenny, like Marcus, Spaceman, you know, Pooji, Alex Bouillon, so many different people. And these are people that I look up to. I look up to these cats, you know, it's major influences, man. So just blessed, fortunate, grateful, man. Like, crazy ride, but fun all the way. Miss him.
We all miss him.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. Y'all, you guys had a lot of fun together, man. So much fun times. Even when we were over there with, remember we went over there with you and Troy and Femi?
Yeah.
That was a fun time. Oh yeah, man.
This was
just a vibe. Just a vibe, man.
He impersonated Michael Jackson on.
Oh gosh. All the time. He impersonated Michael Jackson, huh?
What are you up to? What's going on? What happened later musically, and what are you up to doing?
Well, I'm happy to say, like, you know, the pandemic hit everybody really, really hard. You know, we all shut down, but it gave us the opportunity to look at things a lot closer as far as like production wise. Me, I'm always behind the microphone. I'm always singing, you know, live on stage or in the studio with an engineer there. So now I'm home doing my own engineering and doing my own studio work, which helped me so much to do that. You know what I mean? So now we're releasing Dad's next single, which will be next month, called Something About Your Love. It's going to be really awesome. I can't play it here right now because they're releasing it soon, but I'll give you some snippets later. Also have my own single coming out called How Much More, which will also be next month. So really excited. And my brother, who also is singing, which I'm so happy because he's come a long way and he's just such a great musician. And I'm glad everybody's getting ready to hear him soon. He's coming out with his own single. So that's next month, Sunshine. I'm really excited for that. So we got a lot of things in the works. I really can't wait to, you know, show everybody and have them listen to the music, because I've been so busy performing live that, you know, they're like, when are you gonna release a single? We want to hear your music. And I'm like, you know what? I have this music. Let me not be afraid of sharing it. Let me put it out finally. So it's coming, and I'm really excited. My brother and I have been working really hard during this whole pandemic, you know, my mother too. So imagine being a school teacher and a musician since everything shut down. But so far, so good. I think keeping busy keeps us all sane. You know what I mean? It keeps us, you know, still thinking and not being, you know, looking back on what has happened, but moving forward to what can happen and what will be happy soon. So very excited about that. Very excited.
You have any demos around so we could hear something?
Oh, if I play it, how can I play it? And then the single's gonna come out soon. No, I can't play those yet. I could play a little bit, but my brother would kill me. So I don't want him to kill me soon. But we can definitely listen to more videos online of me performing live if you'd like. But definitely next month I'll have the singles out so you guys can listen and the snippets ready, because we're gonna have some visuals with it. So I don't want to put out, my brother would have a fit if I played him singing and myself singing. He would go crazy on me. I don't want to hear his mouth later, but definitely you'll have something next month, guaranteed.
How is the situation with performing and music around in pandemic time? It's already,
you know, it's been a whole year that I haven't been on a stage live in front of people. And that hurts, you know what I mean? Because I feel like when you're singing, or any gift you have, playing, singing, whatever, you want to be able to be out and share it with people. So, you know, it's been a little rough with that sense, but now everybody is streaming like we're doing now. So, you know, we want to get that together as far as like streaming and doing live performances at home. But the good news is that the governor now says that he's going to start opening up venues here, hopefully this Friday starting. So hopefully we can book some more gigs to be outside more and share the gift with the people. But for right now, God willing, this month and next month, we'll hopefully be streaming some live performances soon, to be with the musicians. But you get to see a little bit more intimate now. I think you have the streaming and you see people live, online. It's a little bit more intimate, but I really do miss the crowd participation at, being out live. It's definitely it's different. It's definitely different. Mike, I'm so old school, just being outside with everyone. But hopefully coming soon, we'll be back outside again. But now we're gonna do a little bit more streaming videos, and got some music videos coming out. So we're hopefully gonna be working on that. But God willing, we'll have some more live performances. We'll be back together, Michal.
Yeah, and we hope to do live Urbanator Days in fall. Next fall, after summer, I think it should be okay.
Yeah, I hope so, man.
And the audience generally, for me, is always like part of the band, like another instrument. And
one band, one sound. I mean, their participation is the energy, the feel. Like you always talk about the feel. The energy and the feel is from the audience. Like I give what I'm getting, So it's like it's like you said, they're part of the show. They're part of the show, man. Miss it, but we'll get it soon. We'll be back soon.
I want to play something else, but I don't know why we have this problem with either audio or video. I mean, never happened before.
Yeah.
How about Irene Blackman at FFF Week Curvy Cabaret?
Oh, Lord. Okay, you can play that one.
Let's go.
Oh, those are fun times. That was they have a show that goes on here called Full Figured Fashion Week for people of really all sizes, plus sizes particular. And they had a cabaret where they had a lot of us full-figured women go out and men as well. And they had poetry and singing and everything like that. And they do it once a year. It's really a great show they put on. And they had us go up there and sing which song we wanted to sing with the band. And that was actually live at Astrid and Simpson's Sugar Bar here in New York. And the band is really amazing. As you can hear, the band is really funky. They're really great. So that was a fun time right there. But that's the point of being on stage and just having fun. And that's the first time I played with that band that night. In that moment, we had no rehearsal. It was just, okay, we're gonna go up there, sing it. You can raise the key, okay, bet. And we just played. And it was just there was a feel, just the jam, just to have a jam session. That's all it felt like. That was just a jam session, and that was fun. That's all it is, man, just live. And I miss that. I feel like hopefully we'll see each other again soon, and we'll have those live performances like that. But that you can see the crowd and the participation of the crowd and the energy just hypes the whole thing up, just brings it up to another level. So yeah, I love that.
Okay. We love it too. You know, it was burning like hell. It's really happening.
Oh, I'm glad, man.
Listen, everybody, any questions, any subjects you want to bring to Irene?
I got
Hi.
like a bit topic. Funk, yes. Funk as a style of music, yes. The fusion of funk and jazz in early 70s. I know the most known albums by your father, Don Blackman, like the debut are from 80s, yes?
Yes.
And in 80s, there was a very big, like, boom on disco, like, I don't know, disco funk. And in all of those music, like Earth, Wind and Fire, I got the record right here. You can
Great
hear
record,
yes, great record, my favorite one. You can hear the like jazz inspired like solos, and like they include on all of their records, they include a bit one track that is jazzy as hell, like and all of stuff that comes right like your music is like their tracks from like these jazzy tracks, you know what I mean. I love like James Brown, every funky like Herbie Hancock, and this your type of singing is very type of Chaka Khan or something like. Even Marcus Miller played with and Lenny White played with Chaka Khan, and you also, I believe, maybe.
My father,
I know
yeah.
your father. You may be in some time you will maybe play with them.
I hope so, yeah, soon.
And it's a very type of this, like funk jazz, but I can't say it's a strict funk or strict jazz because they're on the same level. These two genres of this fusion of this. So listener of on the disco like a party can listen to your music, or like I don't know, maybe some jazz listener,
well, yeah, I feel
can,
like,
and it's
to me it's all
like,
the same. That's all jazz. It's all jazz, especially the American version and East Coast, meaning New York. Philadelphia, Baltimore, it's all very, very hot and very both funky and jazzy, like you say.
Yeah,
Talking
very
about
jazzy.
this, funny enough, there is a place in Ohio, you must know, Irene, Dayton, Ohio, and all the neighboring towns. The Parliament, Funkadelics, Zap Band, all the bands. One day I went to Dayton privately, got a hotel. There's a small club, small town, Gillies, and I've met all the funky guys on earth.
Wow.
Whole bands like Zap Band, Parliament, all. I've been there a week and just chasing those guys and looking who is the Roger.
Oh yeah, Roger, chasing the sound, you know?
Yeah.
Chasing the sound. Like you said, it's really all the same. And a lot of with the funk is really influenced by gospel as well. It's so much influenced heavily by gospel. And a lot of the feel comes from there. And my father always said that too, even with the Palm Funkadelic, when they had that song Knee Deep, that's heavily influenced by the gospel and the jazz. Like, so when you had mentioned the Earth, Wind and Fire, it really is all the same. It's this funk jazz, it's that fusion of it and the feel of it. That's what I think brings it out to make it so funky. You know, it's like that feel, you know, like you said Parliament and Zapp and Roger and everybody. It's like that feel of it and the mixture and the sound is just all coming together. It's just amazing. That's what makes the funk. And you don't have to be on time to do it. You know, it's like, that's the great part about it. It's that feel, man. It's that feel. But as you were saying, Michal, I'm sorry, I got caught up.
Yeah, I mean, I said it, you know, because I remember all those time, end of 70s, where he say whole New York was disco. I remember walking through Times Square
54.
and listening to That's the Way I Like It. Songs like that from Florida at that time. It was a place where most of the pop music, I mean the hot music came. And suddenly, you know, there was Earth, Wind and Fire, was quite a few bands, not to mention Isley Brothers, blah, you know, all the singers. And
Aretha Franklin was coming out. Shaka Khan did have Rufus. You know, like all that. Yeah, all the funk. Oh, wow. You got your records out, buddy. I love it.
Yeah.
That is awesome, man.
Lauryn Hill.
Oh, Lauryn Hill. That's the Fugees from when she was out with the Fugees back then. And it's funny because my father was on the show, New York Undercover over here. And he played piano in the show. They had this club scene that was called Natalie's, and there was a whole band in there. You had William Space Band Patterson and my father and a few other cats in there. And Lauryn Hill used to be on set there all the time. I met her so many times on set at New York Undercover, and she was just the sweetest person, sweetest person. And she was actually building up the food. They was with the, you know, building the Fugees. He was trying to get her demos out and stuff like that. But when you mentioned Lauryn Hill, but she's another talented, gifted person, man. She just has the gift where she could sing anything. She could sing anything. But when he had mentioned James Brown, wait, how do you pronounce your name? Cyprian?
Cyprian. You can say Cyprian. It's not very big difference.
I'll say it right. Cyprian. It's nice to meet you. Yeah, when you were saying James Brown, my father actually performed live with James Brown when he was alive here on that show, New York Undercover. And I'll never forget, I was a little girl with my brother. I had to be no more than maybe 11 or 12 years, maybe, 10 or 11 years old. And we were sitting there watching him perform Funky Good Time and It's a Man's World. And it was one of the best performances I'd ever seen in my entire life. And then going backstage, seeing him in rollers in his hair, signing autographs, talking about, oh, nice to meet you. That's how he sounds. And of course, you know me, how my dad had to dance in front of him, right? He had to do the James Brown dance, like, hey, James. And he didn't dance in front of him, and James busted out laughing. He busted out laughing. But that was just the cat he was. And they all came together and they all played. And it was great. It was great. But that feel of it, and it's all the same. The fact that no matter what kind of musician, I can't even say musician, what kind of genre, whatever genre you're in, you can be able to play anything in any situation that you're in, that's true musicianship right there. When you're listening to all types of music and you're able to play, like Michal, you can listen to anything and you can pretty much play anything, you know? So it's just to have that, you know, so I'm glad that you have all those records there and you're studying and you're listening to all of that, because it definitely will help you. You're on your way to man, you're going to be, I may have to hire you one day, man. What do you play?
I play drums.
My favorite. I play drums too. I'm not that great at it, but I can hold a beat. So,
and that's the whole thing.
Yeah, you got to stay in that groove and have the pocket, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay, I can't wait to hear you play. I want to hear you play one day. Hopefully, when I get back to Poland, or if you come here, I would love to hear you play sometime. And I got to remember.
Maybe it will happen.
Huh?
Maybe it will happen. I don't know.
Oh, it will. Don't worry, it will. Ziprian, I won't forget your name now. So
not that way, the other way. I mean, if we do Urbanator Days, we're doing it since 15 years, by the way.
Wow. See, and it's going to keep going on and going on when you.
Yes, and the online will be addition to it. So I'm looking forward. And
yes,
the platform is growing and growing. So soon you will see all those meetings and videos and music and a lot of stuff inside.
I can't wait to meet more people. Poland has been so good. They're so great. And I love Poland. I love it. Oh, it's just a fun time, and the vibe and the energy, all the people there. It's really amazing place, man. Really amazing. Thank you for having us over there, Michal.
Okay. Anybody else wants to hear something?
Any more questions for me, guys?
I've got a question to you, Irene.
Hi, is this Lucy? Lucy Brown. Hi, Lucy Brown.
Hi, Irene. So I'm recording my old project, and it will be 12 miniatures, and each one will be called by the name of 1 month. And yeah, I would be glad if you recorded just one sentence you said, and I would like to put it into my piece. So create around it harmony and yeah, just one miniature with your voice, with your sentence. It could be something spontaneous. For example, you can choose between 12 months, so except January and February and November, which I've already made. So yeah, if you wanna collaborate, it will be good.
Oh, Lucy Brown, that'd be amazing. You have, well, I think my email is in Urbanator Days, where I'll put my email here, and you could forward me an email or send me a message, and I'd be more than happy to talk with you about that and see how that goes. It's a really exciting project, though. Every month of the year is pretty cool. I'm born in June, so I probably would do June, and my son's born in July, so maybe either one.
I play the violin, and I would like to show the sonoristic beauty of the instrument, and yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, you're in the right place, because you have Michael Urbaniak here, and he's like a genius with the violin. So, oh, I can't wait to hear it. Yeah, please. I'll put my email right here, actually.
Thank you.
And my website is ireneblackman.com, and you can always connect with me through Urbanator Days as well. So I would love to hear it. I'm so excited. Violin, congratulations. That is a beautiful
I will text you.
Oh, you're so sweet. Please do. Urbanatordays.com, ireneblackman.com, any way you can. You could always DM me. I'm here. Carolina knows, everybody knows. So please do. Oh, so sweet. Thank you. Please feel free.
Thank you.
Feel free to contact me anytime.
I put your website on the chat. So.
Oh, thank you, Michal. I was just about to do that, so thank you.
You wanted to do it?
Yeah, please. Oh, so sweet. Thank you, Lucy Brown. I love your name.
Thank you. So I hope stay in touch and create something together.
Of course, of course. Look, we will meet each other in person very soon, I'm sure, as well. So I'm glad we're on here now virtually, but hopefully I'll be able to give you a hug soon without a mask or with a mask.
Oh, by the way, we don't have masks. That's unusual.
Right? I know, for the first time, even though virtually.
Yeah, but at the moment we can create also something together online, and we can record our parts. I can mix it a bit and just produce and.
Oh, check you out. How old are you? If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
19.
Wow. Oh my God. You're amazing. You're already recording at home and everything at that age. Wow. Oh, you are amazing. You're an amazing, beautiful lady.
Lucy, maybe you can play something. You have.
So today I released on my Facebook website the first month of January. You can check it out if you want.
Oh, great.
Right.
So you put.
I will put here in the chat the link if you want to
I was just
hear
about
it.
to ask you that. Great. All right, Lucy Brown. Awesome. Feel free, anybody, if you want to ask me anything, ask me how.
Okay. I see Carolina wants to talk to you.
Hi, Carolina.
Irene, I was wondering what comes to you first, the lyrics or music or both together?
When I'm writing a song, it's really funny. The first thing that comes to me is the melody line. It's the melody of me singing the lyrics come, but it comes with the melody. I have no beat to nothing when it comes like that. It's always, and it's so weird. My dad was the other way around. Like he came with the music because, obviously he could play and stuff like that. But when I'm writing, this first thing that comes to me is the melody line. Yeah, the melody line. And then maybe lyrics will come later sometimes. Most of the time it's the lyrics that come with me with the melody line. That's the first thing that comes. And then I build around that. So even when I'm recording at home, I'll record the song as I'm singing it, and then I'll just add the beats and stuff around it because I have in my head how it's going to go. So it always just comes like that. So I guess you can say the lyrics first and then the music afterwards. I'm not a piano player, so my brother can, and a few other cats I know can do that. But when it comes to the beats and making like the actual tracking of it, I can do that here because I like to play drums. Not the best. I'm not like Cyprian. I can't play drums like that, but I could definitely have the timing down where I can get it together like that. So definitely I would say the lyrics first. That's a great question.
And what does your daily practice look like? I'm asking about singing.
It's funny. When I get up, I don't even sing the scale. Like I know a lot of people, they get up and they're like singing the scale. I can't, I haven't done that. The first thing that comes to me is the first song on my mind. So whatever song that may be, it could be a jazz song. It could be just random grandma's hand, something like that. And it'll just wake my voice up. Cause I feel like when I sing, everyone's voice has kind of like, it's like when we get up ourselves physically, we get up physically, we're waking up, but our voice may not be up yet, So I don't try to push it out, but I'll just hum a little something just to start waking her like as a person, but waking the voice up in that respect. So that's how I do. I don't really go singing scales and all the stuff like that. I'm just not traditionally taught that way. You know what I mean? Like, you go to school and they teach you that, but for me, everyone's different. So when I wake up, I probably will just hum something and I'll stretch my mouth, like, do the practices with my mouth, like to make sure it's open and stuff, but like to stretch it out so I can get the voice out. But I usually hum it and I'll just start singing out of nowhere. And that's always been it was. I just wake up and sing. It's always been like that, but it's different for everybody. You have to learn your voice and what your voice can do. You know what I mean? And then you practice based off of how you feel your voice wakes up and how it goes to sleep. Because it may be a time when you could sing for like 2 hours and then you can't sing for the rest of the day. So it's best to practice like as much as you can, but I wouldn't overkill. I wouldn't do it too much to the point where you have no voice. Just continue to like get up, sing your favorite song, hum it a little bit. I know everybody says have their tea. I'm a coffee drinker. So like you have your coffee, you drink, yeah, see, there you go. Drink a lot of water, drink a lot of water. I believe in drinking a lot of water. And I was just telling Michal before, have your turmeric milk too, because that takes out inflammation from wherever you're at. But me personally, I just wake up and I hum and I sing, and that gets me through the day. So that's my daily routine. It's just, I'm just on. I'm on all the time, you could say, but you know, everyone's voice is different. And it just figure out how to find your voice and what makes your voice different and how you can do to make your voice better for you. That's how I would say. That's the best practice I can give right about now. You're so welcome, beautiful. You're so welcome. Oh, so good to see you.
Okay. Anybody else? Any subjects coming up? Any ideas, questions?
Feel free, guys. Feel free.
Sorry, because I rejoined. So I can ask a question?
Of course. Yeah. Is it John or John?
This is not like a question, more like your opinion. You don't have to say anything at all, because last time I just were at the shooting of the video of the music, and I was working with the people who were, it was a very strange situation, because I was working with the people who were more interested in the like making of music than the music itself. And I'm still don't know what to think even about it, because it's like it's like their job, but when you hear their music, you can't hear the feeling of it, and it's like very strange for me to work with these people, with those people. But maybe you have something like experience like that, or because you are a very experienced person in the music industry. So can you tell something about that types of person, or I don't know?
Do you mean, well, I've been in situations where I've played with people and you may not necessarily like the music that you're playing. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Kind of that they just want to make music, but what they put in, it's not that important. Just make music and don't even think about it. Like,
yeah. It's sometimes it can be a little, I don't want to say it can be confusing, but it can also be like, you can be angry a little bit because you're like, oh my gosh, like I'm playing this music. I do not like this music, but this person I'm working for loves this music. So you just I get what you're saying with that. And
it's exactly like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. And I've been in situations like that. And the best thing I can say is that you may not like it at that moment in time, but it's not your gig. You know what I mean? If it's not your music, you know what you can do and you know the music you love to do. But if you're in a situation where the music may not be what you like, it's okay. It's okay because you're working for that person. But at the same time, you still have to, be in it. You know what I mean? You still have to make it sound good with them. And who knows what you may bring extra that you think they don't have, and they may like what you're bringing. They may, you know what I'm saying? They may like what you bring to the table. So, I mean, I would continue to do what you're doing. I mean, don't step on any toes, because I mean, that's not your music and it's their gig. You have to do what they say, because that's what it is. But at the same time, if you're bringing something individually that can make their music better, it's all about making them sound better. And making you feel good and make you sound good too. So it's like, if you all can be good as one and they like what you're doing, it's all good.
Yeah, that's a very good words. Very, very, very wise. So I think I will rethink that situation. And I have one more question, because I collect samples and I make beats. And I would love to make beat with your sample. It will be just awesome if I can do that. Just if I can.
Well, that's what Urbanator Days is all about, us collaborating with each other. So yes.
It will be great, because it's because your voice is so beautiful, man. and it will be just original sample itself. So.
Oh, I really appreciate that. Yeah, no, absolutely. Like you said, my website is there. UrbanatorDays is here. As long as you're signed up, we can totally like work together, all of us. I would totally love that.
That would be so awesome. So awesome if it would be work.
Listen, the goal is to have on the website to have situation where you could put tracks and put whatever you play. For example, if you're bass player, you take off the bass track, put your own, and at the end of the year, we want to put a record with the best overdubs there are. So there will be place for sampling, for overdubbing, for playing. But, you know, it takes time. The online thing just started two months ago, one or whatever. When did we start? The 11th of December. That's when we started basically doing something.
Would it be concrete particular pieces or just anything, our music too?
Well, it will be open. It's, you know, we adjust it as we go. You know, the ideas are coming, you know, it also, you know, from technical point of view, there's a lot of problems to be solved, latency, delay, and all this. So we're working on it. So it takes time, but very open. It will be like a community. Like hopefully we can do jam sessions, or at least we'll start with overdubs for sure, because we know how to do it now. It's in works.
Okay.
How you pronounce your name? John? John, right? Or
Yep, John. It's
what do you
John.
play?
Sorry?
I see a guitar behind you, or is that a bass? What's behind you?
No, it's a ukulele. It's you know, it's a like little bit decoration because I don't play much ukulele. I just sometimes grab, but I normally played viola, but I stopped that, and I have little bit mess in my life, but now I'm trying to make beats from some time. So.
Well, that is
like hip hop beats, new school or like old school funky stuff, or that
you know,
new?
Just say what you want at sometimes, so I can make.
You made for somebody this beats, like
you know, I'm just starting everything, so I'm just trying to make as much beats as I can, but mostly old school, boom bap, old school, little bit of trap. So
okay, all right. I'd love to hear it. I can't wait.
Okay, so
oh yeah,
I can't wait for the sample. It will be so great.
Oh, that'd be great, guys. That'd be great.
Making those things is really satisfying, I think.
It's you know what it is. Satisfying. It's therapy, you know, especially for everything happening right now. Music just heal the soul, man. So it's definitely something that really just makes us all happy. It makes us cope with everything going on right now. So you gotta love music for that, right?
Yep. Amen. Amen in the chat.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
Irene, there's a question. When are we gonna sing in Poland?
Oh, well, hopefully
from Facebook.
Oh, when am I singing in Poland? Hopefully soon. What'd you say, the fall, Michal? Well, whenever these restrictions are lifted, I would love to travel to Poland again. I love Poland. And you have the best coffee.
I think after we all got vaccinated.
Yeah, about that. But hopefully the restrictions are lifted and we'll be able to travel and give hugs and sing and play together, be on stage with you all, because it was so much fun last time. So much fun last time. Oh, I miss it.
Yes.
I miss it. It was so much fun. That was fun. I can't stop thinking about how much fun it was. Everyone there is so talented. I was so impressed and so happy to see all the talent in Poland. You guys got it, man. Oh, seriously. I remember you singing. Okay, don't think I forgot. I remember that. I can't wait to hear it again. I can't wait to. Oh, look at that. Love you too, girl. I can't wait. Can't wait.
Okay. Any more questions? Any more ideas? Any suggestions for our collaboration as the
Michal, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
So I got a question for you. What it was like to work with such a big artist from Poland like Czesław Niemen? What it was like?
It was great.
Because I know you played on two records, Enigmatic and the Red album, I think.
Yes, but also I played we played a lot of shows live as so-called horns. So there was a time when Czesław started. He did a band, a type of James Brown band, so he had rhythm section and horns, like the funk formula. And we quite a few jazz musicians joined. I was very often there with Namysłowski and a few other guys. Was must tell you, was fun and great experience. In working time, actually similar to Komeda, although music is totally different. Komeda, you might not know, Irene is one of the best known, for sure best known film composer, but one of the best jazz composers and jazz pianists here. Legend, they had both similar habits. I remember I was youngest in most of those groups at that time. It was 60s. So when we 60s and 70s with Niemen, I remember one thing they had in common, that when we rehearsed, then everything went well, and we knew that we know everything will be cool in the evening. And both of them had habit to say, okay, it sounded great, let's play it again. I would no, please, no, we know it. But they were really particular and really wanted to have the best. Also about Niemen, of course, I worked with him when Columbia invited him to States, so I worked with him in New York for a few months. But that's another story. I want to save it for another time, because this is a long story and somebody asked about this, so maybe we'll do even one meeting about this.
And I know you also translated Bema Pamięci Rhapsod Żałobny by Cyprian Kamil Norwid to English for the to English, American tour of Niemen. I also
that's the subject I wanted. That's what we are going to talk about, and that's, I think it wasn't a good idea for the first album in US. Actually, I'm sure it wasn't. It was Irene, can you imagine debut of somebody great and starting US career from Poland? Came to New York, got everything, Columbia did everything, and starts with 19-minute piece.
Oh my gosh.
Meanwhile had 20 hit songs. He should have started with short songs, the best songs he had, and he was very ambitious and patriotic. So he got famous Polish, important for Polish people, poem translated in English. Unfortunately, it wasn't translated by poet. It was translated by somebody, a good lyric writer and Broadway writer. So it wasn't as good, and it is not as good as, it's not a poet translation. Let's put it this way. But you know, that's a long story, so I want to save it anyway. To answer your question, I mean, the recording were fantastic. He asked me to put the band together. I helped him with this, and we were at Columbia offices every day for a few months, and in studios and everywhere. We spent a lot of great time together.
That is beautiful. I can't wait to hear the rest of that story.
Yeah, there's a lot to it.
Wow, that is cool.
But is it there is maybe any musician who from Poland like vocal? I mean, not the composer, but like the singer who succeed in America. I mean, strictly singer, because you are one of them who succeed in America, but on the, I mean, national-wide success from Poland.
You mean who about singer?
Yeah.
You mean me?
A Polish singer.
Oh, Polish singer. Okay.
To be honest, I don't know. What was it? There was a name of Polish descent, American singer who was popular a while. I forgot the name. There was some.
And so, how about Stanislav Sojka? Is he?
I mean,
look, known.
Look, there's quite a lot of Polish artists, singers, bands, and so on traveled to US. But what Jan meant, and what we mean, basically to get over to American audience and to become part of American music scene, and that's different because you know there's a lot of Polish bands played Chicago and New York. There are a few places also, Philadelphia, Baltimore. I don't think so, and some Detroit, where the Polish community invited Polish artists. That's a little different from the question, Jan.
Yeah. That was my question. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Righty. Well, we had a lot of questions. I love talking to you guys. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's so nice to talk to you. It's very.
Oh, thank you. This is a lot of fun. I can't wait to do this again, Michal. I can't wait.
Okay, jazz museum in Poland, in Ostrów, that's a town, sends greetings to you.
Oh, wow. Oh man, thank you. That is amazing. I can't wait to go back to Poland and really give greetings back and give hugs and perform live, man. I can't wait. Thank you so much for having me, everyone. Thank you. This has been so much fun today.
It is, and we're gonna do it again. And when we going to be technically more fluent, we start the overdub, start more music together, because it's all about music. I mean,
yes, it is. Talk
is great, fantastic, and it's important, but the music is music, right?
Amen to that. Amen to that. And I mean, again, thank you so much for having me and talking with you all and listening to your stories and seeing the instruments you play and you sing. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this to begin. So I'm very, very, very happy. You guys are amazing. Thank you.
Thank you. I can't wait for the sample. Can't wait.
Can't wait either.
Have a nice day. And
Mr.
meet soon again together.
I have a last question to the Michal, to Mr. Michal. Okay. Do you think I can write to the right artist which we met earlier and ask them for the sample? Do you think?
Well, you can always do it, and probably best doing it through either through platform UrbanatorDays.com.
Okay.
Or directly, if you find, I mean, contact or the contacts on the net, so you find the direct contact. Just mention that that we've met on Urbanator Days online. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. It's so great to see you.